a little something, would you like to follow? They're pulling you left, but you might want to go right. Let's take a little trip and it could shed some light. If you don't agree with my point of view, you don't have to make a big to-do. Just watch another video who's stopping you. We're not trying to tell you what to do. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Adventures in Snortlings Hollow, where we teach lessons and values from a conservative point of view. I am your host, Mimzi Moon.
And I am your host, Piper. And I will teach you liberal values because nice, mean.
Hey Piper, this isn't called the Piper Show.
I don't believe this is called the Mimzi Show either.
No, I named it Adventures in Snortlings Hollow because of the trips we take to Snortlings Hollow in our imaginations. And because that's the name of my book series, link in the description below.
Shameless plug.
Okay, Piper, if you'd like to make your own show where you can teach liberal values, then go right ahead. But I really would like you to stick around because I like having you around.
Having my own show sounds like a lot of work. You need me to balance you out anyway.
Exactly. And I have been meaning to ask you, what's up with the get-up?
Get-up?
Yeah, you know, the costume you're wearing.
Oh, old people word. Yeah, I get it. I thought you'd never ask. I just got back from the Monster Pride Parade.
Wow, I would have loved to see that. Why didn't you invite me?
Well, it's for monsters. You people probably have a thing, right? You could go to that.
What do you mean, you people? I guess I'm white, right? So I guess I should go to a white pride parade? Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Ah! Mimzi! Just stop talking right now! Shh, shh, shh! Be quiet! Change the subject!
No, I think that we're onto something here, and I'm actually sensing a theme to the show.
Mimzi! If you don't stop talking right now, you aren't going to like where this is going!
Piper, calm down. I'm not going to a white pride parade. Unfortunately, that name has already been used by some pretty bad people, so I'm not even going to go there. But I do feel like there's a conversation to be had here. How about I just say, it's okay to be white?
Ah! No! Okay, Mimzi?
Yes, Piper?
You like making up songs and singing, right?
Well, I sure do.
Okay, I got one for you. You're a white supremacist, and you really made me pissed, and I'm putting you on a list, 'cause you're a white supremacist.
Oh, I see. So you call me a white supremacist, and I'm just supposed to get ashamed and shut my mouth. Is that right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Well, on my show, we don't shy away from controversial subjects just because someone says that we can't talk about it. We have freedom of speech. That's what it's all about. Media and entertainment often only teach one side of things. I want people to know that there's another side. I want to help open their eyes to a different way of thinking. When people are informed, they can then exercise their freedom of choice.
Okay, I get it, even though I don't think I like it, but it's your show.
Okay, so Piper, what do you think of when I say Black Pride?
Black Lives Matter!
Okay, and what about Gay Pride?
You go, girl!
All right, and what about Hispanic Pride?
La Rosa!
Okay, and how about Asian Pride?
Absolutely! And don't forget about Monster Pride!
Oh, of course. How could I forget? Okay, how about this one?
White pride. Ah! Okay, Piper, I understand. I'm not trying to give anyone the wrong idea. I'm just trying to make a point that everyone has the right to be proud, no matter what color you are. You know what? This reminds me of one of my adventures in Snortlings Hollow. I think it's time we go there in our imagination. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of this conversation. To the lamp! To the lamp! I'm Madam Cankles. Let us travel to a magical, enchanted, interdimensional, unseen land within our imaginations. Hey, that's pretty good. Is that supposed to be me, Madam Cankles? If the shoe fits! Okay, so after my interdimensional travels to the enchanted land of Snortlings Hollow, I find myself in my usual spot, just outside the Beaver Clan Gazette newspaper office. That was it. Hello, says Luna. It's nice to see you again, Mimzi. After a bit of small talk, she tells me, we've been having a lot of trouble with our younglings at the school lately. There's been a problem with bullying. I thought it would make a good story for the paper, so I was going to go by there and see if I could talk to the teacher and maybe even some students. Would you like to come? Maybe you could help. So at the school, we speak to the teacher, Miss Gracie, and she tells us, the students have been separating into groups so much more lately than they used to when we were younglings. What kind of groups? I asked. Well, generally, they're separating into types, like the Snoglings in one group, the Squinklings in another, and the Weeblings in another. Nobody seems to get along or trust one another. I could see what she meant, but I sure didn't like what I was seeing. I noticed one youngling who was off on her own. Miss Gracie told me that was Sarah Jane, and she had been bullied a lot lately, so I asked if I could talk to her. Hi, Sarah Jane, I said. I'm Mimzi Moon. I heard you've been having some trouble in school lately. Tell me about it. Maybe I can help. Okay, Mimzi, says Sarah Jane. The other kids don't like me because I'm a weebling. My ancestors were mean to their ancestors, so until they have everything they want from life, I should feel bad and do what I can to make their lives better. Sometimes they say mean things to me, but I try not to get too sad because I know my ancestors probably said even worse things to their ancestors, so I guess I deserve it. When my mom gives me a treat in my lunch, I always give it away, but it's not enough. I wish I could do more. Well, you seem like a very nice girl, I said, but this has to be hard for you. Yes, she said. We all used to play together when we were little kids. I miss my friends, and they all seem so close. They all have pride in their heritage. I only wish I could be proud of mine. Why can't you? I asked. It's because I'm a weebling, she said in a hushed voice. My heritage is one of cruelty and violence. I can't be proud of that. Well, first of all, I said, you are an individual. You are not responsible for anyone's actions except your own, especially beings who were alive before you were ever born. Secondly, their ancestors did just as many terrible things in the past as your ancestors did, and weeblings have created societies that have lifted beings from poverty, protected unalienable rights, and created incredible scientific achievements that help the whole realm. In fact, this society that they created is so great that many other beings from other lands are waiting in line just to have a chance to come here. But the beings from other lands are not ashamed of their heritage, and they shouldn't be. So why are you? Besides, Snortlings Hollow was one of the first townships in the realm to learn the lessons of the past and end their cruel ways, while some other townships still behave in those same ways to this day. Doesn't that make you feel proud? And she thanked me and said, I never thought about things that way before. Suddenly, I don't feel so ashamed.
Wow, Mimzi, that was a great story. It was so nice of you to help that poor weebling to feel proud of herself and where she came from. I hope those other beings stopped being mean to her just because of something she had no control over. Who do they think they are anyway? That's racist.
Well, Piper, I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised you've come around.
What do you mean, come around?
I already know that racism is bad. Well, you do realize that in Snortlings Hollow, the weeblings are the same as white people here in America, right?
What? You tricked me!
I wasn't trying to trick you, Piper, but you have to see the lesson here. When you thought the weebling was like a person of color, you could see how wrong it was. What difference does the color of her skin make? Racism is always bad.
Ah! You are confusing me!
That's not confusion. That's the feeling of your mind expanding. Come over to my side, Piper.
Never! Check your privilege, Mimzi! I'm going home.
Okay, Piper. I'll see you later. But someday...
Ah!
Okay, who needs Piper? I've got Captain Winky here. Winky, get it? We're going to leave you with a few parting words. I'm going to be real with you right here because I think you can handle it. White guilt is useless and pointless. It accomplishes nothing and helps no one. Yes, there have been atrocities committed like slavery, war, racism, and violence here on American soil and in literally every other country on earth. It is an unfortunate part of the human condition. The human condition, not the white condition. So why are white people the only ones expected to feel ashamed? Western civilization and America itself was founded by mostly white people, and though it's not perfect, because nothing ever is, it's pretty great, and that is not something to be ashamed of. Let any other country who is without sin cast the first stone, and ask yourself this: if America is such a terrible, unfair, bigoted, and racist place, why does everybody and their uncle want to come here? Because there's no place better. That's why. So let me wrap this up by saying we are all individuals beholding to no one, and if you haven't done anything wrong, then you have nothing to feel guilty about. If someone feels like they can talk to you in a disrespectful way simply because of the color of your skin, that's racism and it's wrong, no matter what color they happen to be. We don't all have to be the same to all be equal in the eyes of God, and in His eyes, there's only one race, the human race. I hope you've enjoyed today's show, and if you or your parents would like to support what I'm doing, please buy my terrific books from the Adventures in Snortlings Hollow series, available on Amazon. Or maybe you'd like some Adventures in Snortlings Hollow merch. You can also go to my Patreon, where you can enter to win merch, handmade miniatures, and houses. There are links for all this in the description below. And stay tuned for upcoming contests for art, singing, acting, and more, where you can win awesome prizes. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so people will see the show, and notifications so you won't miss an episode. Share these videos with friends and leave a comment below to let me know how I've been doing. I'll read every one and maybe get ideas for upcoming shows. And best of all, 10% of all proceeds go to a charity that digs wells in areas where people don't have clean water to drink. And now for the goodbye song. Goodbye, farewell to you, my friend, until which time we meet again. We've talked about a lot of stuff, like being fair and being tough. Be brave and see what you'll achieve if you stand by what you believe. Bye, friends.